Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast. It's Monday, October 20th, 2025. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Happy opening week, everybody.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Hey-yo.
Hey-yo. And over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. Oh, he's got the Blue Jays hat
Looking
on.
good.
Let's go, Jays.
Yeah,
There we
let's
go.
go, Jays.
Big
We're
game
going
seven.
to Game 7, baby. Yeah, any quick thoughts on Game 6 last night?
Trey, you savage, you did it again. What a last name.
I know.
You savage.
I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, I played them both. That was pretty cool. The guy, Trey, you savage, started the season playing A-ball. A-ball. And then he first took the ball from the Toronto Blue Jays manager on September 15th.
Okay.
And here he is,
Wow.
the ALCS, starting Game 6 to get us to a Game 7. I almost wore a hat like JD.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't.
Yeah, me too. I'm saving it for the win.
Okay. It's only the second Game 7 ever for the Blue Jays and the first Game 7 ever for the Mariners? I didn't know that.
And they both came around in the year 1977
That's right.
when they were
Wow.
both born.
Yeah, we're going to have a very happy fan base, one side or the other, after tonight's game. Obviously, the Mariners would be going to the World Series for the first time ever, or the first time since, 93 for the Jays. Long
Been
time.
a long time.
That's the baseball talk on today's No Dunks. We got some housekeeping to get through here. First off, the big announcement that we've been teasing. This season, we're partnering with FanDuel. As previously mentioned, we went independent this year. We needed a partner. Enter FanDuel, who has stepped up here to keep No Dunks alive and well. Pretty excited about this new partnership. We'll have more info to come over the coming weeks. To celebrate the new era of No Dunks, we got new merch. New merch alert over at nodunks.com. And Breaking Tea, our friends there, so pumped that they've decided to help us celebrate with 25% off this new item. You see it here in t-shirt form on YouTube, also available on a crew neck. Just use the code when you get to checkout, NODUNKS25, NODUNKS25. This week only, that's going to get you 25% off that item, either in the t-shirt or in the crew neck. So it expires on Sunday. Looks good, TK. A little basketball there. Our guy Matt Houston designing that.
It's a great time to get in on this shirt. And honestly, I wish we had that ball. Like, it'd be great to have that basketball, right? The multicolored ball, purple, orange, cream city with a little No Dunks in there.
We can
find a way to
make that ball.
Yeah, where do you get custom basketballs? Because I want that. I love it, and that's my favorite style of a graphic T-shirt. Small pocket logo on the front, big boy on the back.
That's right. And then finally, we mentioned this late last week. No Dunks is now on Substack. Thanks to everybody that is already subscribed, either free, just like getting the free content we share there, paid subscribers, $5 a month or $50 for the year, and we got some founding members who are really putting down the dough to help the boys out, and we got some fun things in store for our founding members. So thank you. All those links for the new shirt and Substack are in the show notes. And I just realized something. It's NBA Jersey Day, and I'm the only one wearing a jersey. What the hell's going on here? What happened to the jerseys?
Well, I went to the gym this morning.
Yeah.
I was pre-planning. What am I going to wear out of the gym as my shirt that I was going to wear? And I just wore a tight t-shirt. So this is like a My Buddy Grish t-shirt.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
Oh, my
it's
God.
getting
Yeah.
super
That's
small.
a one battle after another T-shirt.
It's a nice shirt, though, but no
with
jersey.
a vest, with a southern vest that I wore to the gym. I almost wore a good Southern boys vest on the show today, but my wife said, "You can't do that." I said, "Why? Why? It's stylish. I'm gonna go pick it up right now." And put it on.
All right, go get it.
Great.
TK, you look great. I mean, don't get me wrong, you got the blazer, but you're usually a jersey guy. You probably wear more jerseys than any of us.
But I think you're the biggest fan of NBA Jersey Day.
Absolutely.
Of anybody I know, and maybe of anybody on Earth, because I don't think anybody knows about NBA Jersey Day. But for me, it's Blazer Day. We're talking about Blazers extensions, so I had to throw one on, you know?
Well, you're also hosting a game show later today, so I thought maybe that's why you went with it too. So it looks good. I got my, I guess it is a custom Raptors jersey. There's a Kyle Lowry on the back. Grote from Casey Bannerman here. So hopefully you are celebrating NBA Jersey Day or celebrating Southern Podcast Man Day, like Cass is wearing.
Yeah. It feels more right in the South to wear a vest than a jersey.
This is a very popular look down here.
Yes, it is. Too bad you don't have the Spike Lee. Remember, he had like that Jalen Brunson vest. You could have like split the difference perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
That was a crazy look.
Yeah. He made like a puffy sort of vest out of jerseys. Yeah. That's good,
Spike Lee always wearing something that I think, you know what? I want to wear that. Maybe I'm becoming an old man like Spike Lee, but I do.
You're not rocking any, what is it, Vineyards?
What do you mean? Vineyard Vines? Vineyard Vines? Is that what it's called? That's just one
like
of those
a wine.
random Southern brands. Like Salt Life is another one. Vineyard Vines, is that the one that has like a little whaley?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Vineyards, I called it. I guess Vineyards makes more sense.
Vineyards, yeah. Then you're wearing a hat with a little string on the front bill. You know those.
Some sort of loafers or something. What are they always rocking?
Yeah, you can get a boat shoe. A
boat
Sperry
shoe.
for sure.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But I'm glad you're supporting the NBA jersey.
Thank you.
Somebody needed to do it.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously just trying to get people excited for the start of the new season, and hey,
buy
go
some
buy jerseys.
Trying to get people to buy jerseys.
Yeah. Well, hey, send in a photo if you are rocking a jersey here on NBA Jersey Day, so I don't feel so alone. Okay, we got some news here to tackle, and then a fun game called Who They Work For coming up later in the podcast. But let's start with the big news from the weekend. On Sunday, the Houston Rockets and Kevin Durant agreed to a 2-year, $90 million extension. The deal comes in roughly $30 million short of the max extension Durant was eligible to sign, which in theory should provide some financial flexibility for Houston. Were you surprised, Tass, that KD comes to the 2-year, $90 million extension, not the max?
Instead of getting more.
Yeah.
Not really, because he teased this a couple weeks ago saying, I'm going to sign this extension. Kevin Durant really wants to be the number one guy when it comes to a fourth quarter on a championship team. He's ready to do this, so it's not like the Golden State Warriors days. And he's saying maybe it doesn't happen this year, but maybe it happens in year 2, or maybe it happens in year 3. I think just his career is friggin' phenomenal when you look at it. Played 12 years, then he tore that Achilles, and now he's going to play 8 years on the back end of that. So he'll be in the league for 21 years, only playing for 20 years. Modern medicine, phenomenal stuff. So I can't wait to see what Kevin Durant does in these next 3 years, because the offense was the struggle coming down the wire in games last year in the playoffs. And this guy is going to be the guy that they can count on to be a bucket at any time in any possession. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think this is, obviously great for the Houston Rockets to get such a team-friendly deal from Kevin Durant. Like you said at Media Day, Katie was pretty honest that I'm going to be signing an extension here. I thought he would get the max because the dude is Kevin Durant. He could easily get the max if he wanted to.
Yes.
He's working here with the Rockets. We better see him planting some trees, though. That was the first question I had. If you're taking an under-market deal, where are you making it up on? But yeah, 37 years old. He's signed through now 2028, which would take him to 39 years old. Is this the last contract Kevin Durant is ever going to sign?
I was wondering that. Yeah, does he end his career here either in Houston, or is this the last one? Because that's old, but I don't know with these guys anymore. Obviously, LeBron is the prime example. It's like you could easily convince me KD or Curry, those two guys come to mind, like as shooters especially. They could play till ever. Could play till they're 45. I wouldn't blink an eye. But yeah, I think this will be his last big one for sure.
Maybe last that's over $40 million, though. Who knows? The cap is just going to go up and up. So if he decides to sign again in 2028, maybe he's making another 1-year deal for $40 million or something like that. I guess the question mark, does he finish in Houston? Right? Kevin Durant has left before his contract has expired in quite a few places. So that wouldn't be super surprising if it happens. But this is awesome for Houston to keep them under the first apron next year. They're getting more and more expensive, but they're doing a great job of negotiating. Like Alperen Şengün took a massive step forward last season. Didn't sign for the complete max he could have gone for. Jabari Smith, the same thing. Like they're getting slight deals here, which allows them to keep everybody together, allows them to build together. And like Tass said, Kevin Durant is such an awesome clutch player that you just assume he's going to be able to do the same things for Houston. So they took a hit at the start of the year with Fred VanVleet's injury, but they're hoping that this isn't just a 1-year, 2-year thing, that they can extend it for some time and maybe just keep Durant around. Like you're saying, play till he's 45 years old. He's still going to be 7'1", shooting 40% from three. And who else would you want to take the shot? Maybe Curry. That's the only other guy. So cool for them. Cool for him to get this all straightened out before the start of the season.
What an offseason for the Rockets. Like, what a busy offseason. They trade for and now extend Kevin Durant. They reached new deals with their coach, Ime Udoka, Van Vliet, obviously before the injury, unfortunate injury, Steven Adams, Jabari Smith Jr., like you said, TK. They acquired Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capella, Josh Okogie in free agency. They re-signed guys in Tate and Aaron Holiday and Jeff Green. They have one more piece of business here that they might get done.
We're hours away
today before that
Mere
6
hours.
p.m. deadline, and that is reach an agreement with Tari Eason on that rookie contract extension, which I think they will now after this KD sort of money comes so significantly under what we thought it might be.
Yeah, I think that's what in part this was.
Yes.
Him making 43 mil next season and 43 the year after that. It is funny. It's all just little coins to us to really understanding how much money this guy is making. Yes, he took way less. He's making 43 mil next year and 43 the year after that, 15 mil less in essence for Tari Eason to sign the extension, and then long term also Amen Thompson can sign that extension next season. So those are what they're playing with. They are looking at this team. Raphael Stone and the front office is looking at this team as the team that they can put together to win a championship. I don't know if I'm going to eat my words when I pick the under for the Houston Rockets at 52.5 under because of their guard play and whether or not they'll have enough guys to start possessions and just get them into the motions. Because you got Kevin Durant, obviously we can go through that as we did with Fred VanVleet, but he literally said, I can play with a point guard. I can play without one. And the numbers are still going to be there. It is amazing to think a guy drafted in 2007 is still this freaking efficient and this many points on the board. Those numbers are still going to be there. And as we said, maybe he's going to do it into his 40s.
The concern is just how healthy he can remain as he gets older and older. That's it. I'm with you. Yeah. Kevin Durant is on the floor. Put it down for basically 25 points. Right there. Put it in the box score. It's basically guaranteed if he's out there and he's healthy, but he's getting up there as all these guys are. The other fun thing from this is Durant now holds the record for the highest career earnings in NBA history at $598.2 million based on current and future salaries, surpassing LeBron James, who's at $583.9 million. So Durant has the record for now.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when Mike Conley had the biggest contract in NBA history for like 1 second.
Yeah,
that was the biggest contract.
Timing, man.
Can you guys name the other guys to be over $500 million in their career when it comes to earnings, both current and then future salaries? Obviously, KD 1. I gave you LeBron 2. Can you give me the other guys?
Is Harden in there somewhere?
Harden's not.
No. Curry?
Curry is third at $532 million. And then it gets sort of interesting.
Bradley Beal?
No. But somebody that played with Bradley Beal.
Somebody that played with Bradley Beal? John Wall? No. Devin Booker?
Devin Booker's fourth on the list.
He's got a gigantic contract coming forward.
Yeah.
$75 million a season.
Booker's at 520, all things in right now, million. 5, 6, 7. 2 guys play on the same team, which is pretty amazing.
2 guys,
but they never play.
But they never. Oh, Embiid and Paul George.
Paul George is 5th, $516 million. Joel Embiid is 7th, $509 million. One guy in between them at $511 million. He was named to the top 75.
Lillard.
Dame is 8th on the list, but no, not 6th, who I'm looking for. Big guy.
Anthony Davis?
There you go. $511 million. And then to round this out, and I note this because these 2 guys specifically, at their age and their talent level, are going to be surpassing the Kevin Durants and LeBrons of the world, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jason Tatum, both at $469.5 million, just like when you consider where they are in their careers.
How does Jokic factor in?
Yeah.
Because he was a second-round draft pick, he was kind of off to a slower start earnings-wise. Wonder. And, he's one of the guys that were like, he probably won't play until he's 40. Everybody else, you're like, oh, this guy's going to play forever. And you're like, will he last until 35 before he decides to just horse it up?
Horse it up. That's how like Jordan had the famous I'm back facts.
Yeah.
I want Jokic to do the opposite when he leaves. I'm horsing it up now. Or just horse it up. Send the facts through. And we know he's retired. Anything else on KD and the Rockets here? Or are you going to keep moving to some other extensions?
Yeah, all they got to do is win now.
Yeah.
They got all their players.
I mean, really,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. Like I just went through what they all did. Like they are stacked on paper, but I think did we all take the under on 52.5? I know I did as well.
I think I did
think
too.
we
Yeah,
did.
well,
That was one of
haters.
the surprising ones that we all were like, they're going to be great still, but we didn't have them winning 53. We could be made to look silly on that one.
Yeah, good thing we can talk about mulligans a little bit.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's talk about the Blazers, who have agreed to contract extensions for two of their rising young stars here. According to Shams, Portland has locked up fourth-year guard Shaedon Sharpe on a 4-year, $90 million extension and agreed to a 4-year, $82 million deal for defensive-minded forward Toumani Camara. So, TK, two young guys. Blazers take care of business here.
Oh, I would say one young guy and one perfectly aged guy. Shaedon Sharpe, 22 years
young.
old. Toumani Camara, 25 years old. These guys aren't twins, but it does feel a lot like when the Phoenix Suns gave Markieff and Marcus Morris contracts at the same time because they line up perfectly. 4 years, and 4 years they're similar positions, playing out on the wing there, but like such different situations,
Yeah.
I think, for these two guys. Because Sharpe, you look at it, at only 22 years old, so much more upside. You think there's a great chance he could outplay this contract depending on how he grows going forward. He's a great athlete. The question for him, is he actually able to shoot the ball? We'll see.
Yep.
36% his rookie year, since then 33 and 31 as the attempts have gone up. He also doesn't get to the rim a ton for a guy who's an incredible athlete. You think that's a growth area for him. For Camara, a much more finished product. He's a second team all defense kind of player already, but it's the same question. Can he shoot? Last year, 37% on more attempts than his rookie year when he shot 33%. So if that's real, I think he plays up to this deal and it just ends up being okay. Whereas Sharpe, I think, could definitely outplay it. So I think putting them together, it's like the Blazers are a pretty cheap team already right now. They're in the midst of a rebuild. They're getting their young players. They're getting their books in order. And now they got two guys that they think are at least building blocks going forward. It still feels to me like the Blazers need a massive star to really complete things and push them to the next level. But at least they got the support pieces that can help.
Yeah, on support pieces type of deals, not monstrous type of deals. But they are banking on both of these guys to be good players. Shaedon Sharpe is given the keys offensively, really. It's up to him now. I mean, him and Denny Avdia are the offensive weapons in that starting lineup. Now with Anthony Simons gone, a guy they signed to a long-term deal once upon a time, even a little bit more expensive than what Shaedon Sharpe is getting, but trading him for Drew Holiday, and now Shaedon Sharpe is really the guy offensively. So looking forward to seeing what he can do under Chauncey Billups in year 4 here. Billups yanked him off the floor multiple times last year, mostly because of his defensive
Defense. Yeah,
effort.
he needs to give a damn on defense.
Yeah.
When you're an athlete like that, you can at least put some effort in.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Yeah, passable. Yeah.
So here we are, year 4. He is the young one, and so maybe we see him take that step at 22. He's been working on that, and one of the best names in the game, I think, Shaedon Sharpe. Here we
It's
go.
sort of it is like a superstar-like name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do agree with
It's a
that.
good way to
Like,
put
and
it.
I think they do hope, of course they hope, that he can sort of blossom into that all-star, all-NBA player. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he's still young and has a lot to grow on. The three-point shooting, the facilitating, which I think we saw glimpses of getting a little bit better. And then, the defense is the main one. But sorry to cut you off.
No, and with Scoot out for a long period to start this season, it really is. There is some weight on Shaedon Sharpe's shoulders. Shaedon Sharpe's shoulders to really get this thing going here with Portland, if they are going to be any semblance of a playoff team that people are hoping for. But as Trey said, they haven't locked up a lot of money long term. Once the Ayton money is gone, the Jeremy Grant money specifically is gone. They're paying guys to very, very small deals beyond this year. So here we are.
Yeah, this is good business here. I mean, these are talented enough looking players, obviously both fairly young. One, in theory, could be this special offensive weapon, and the other, we already know, is an all-defensive like guy in Camara. They're hoping he's like the 3-and-D guy. And you said the 3-point percentage. Like, is it real? 37.5%? You'll live with that from last year. Keep replicating that. They want him to be like the mold of the Jaden McDaniels or Herb Jones or like sort of those type of guys. And I think he is that. And then Sharpe is the one that they're like, oh, he might be really special. So we'll see. So good stuff here. And yeah, now they have, there's some expectations at least in Portland this year to like sniff a play in again or maybe get in there. I guess they were only 3 games back last year after that good second half of the season. You're doubting that they'll be in the mix.
even last year, yes, they were somewhat close.
There were 3 games, I think.
Yeah, but it was a really, really late push when they were out of the play-in picture the whole friggin' season. So yes, that's the hope this year. But there's some pressure here for a lot of these guys. Drew Holiday has come in to help that out. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I do want to say that Jeremy Grant's contract is still on the books for 2 more years after this one.
Yeah, it's one of the worst in the league.
It is. And so everybody looking at these 2 deals and saying, Joe Cronin in the front office, great job. They actually saved money also on Toumani Camara. They saved a good $5 million. It could have been a bigger max for him. But when we talk about 3-and-D guys, they're only really great on teams that have incredible scores besides them. And so Shaedon Sharpe has to take that next step. And maybe he has grown just being under Chauncey Billups. Now with their great assistant coaches that they've hired on, maybe Thiago Splitter can get through to that guy.
What is Thiago Splitter going to possibly teach Shaedon Sharpe?
How to win, baby.
I can't imagine they actually work together.
They ever talk to
I
each
think
other?
Splitter is maybe working more with Klingon. How many All-Star games will Shaedon Sharpe make?
It's a great question. I mean, what would you set the line at?
0.5.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
I would take the under.
Oh, I feel pretty confident in 1 because he's a scorer, and that's going to help your chances in this league. What about you? Would you go over or under 1 All-Star appearance for a 22-year-old guy who already scores, 19 a game?
Yeah, year 3, he scored 19 a game. I think with the help of Thiago Splitter specifically.
Splitter will get him there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this year, I want to be very clear, but in the near future, sure.
You know what Thiago Splitter did, though? Coached last year in Europe. A lot of the players who go to Europe, figure out, I got to bear down on the defensive end. I got to grow. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm giving Thiago Splitter a lot of help, a lot of credit for Shaedon Sharpe's potential growth here, but yeah, I think he grows here. Again, he is still young. We'll see what they can do. But they do buy into it. Drew Holiday, who came in the preseason, looks at that guy and says, wow, he's ridiculously talented. We all knew that.
Yeah, that's why you bring in Drew Holiday to obviously mentor a guy like Sharpe and Scoot Henderson when he's back on the floor. 100%. How to play defense, how to be a pro, all that stuff. Yeah, that I buy more.
Is Jeremy Grant a cloud hanging over this team? Is he a problem in the locker room, being that he's there? They want to start. They don't want him to start. There's some tension there, I imagine.
He is starting. He's started all during the preseason, but so did Shaedon Sharpe. The problem is that it sends Abdia to the bench, and he's just a better player than Jeremy Grant right now. You did get me to look up the Blazers coaching staff. They got James Posey. That's the guy he should be working with.
There you go.
He does all the things that Shaedon Sharpe doesn't do.
Defense?
Yeah. Make threes. That's exactly who he needs to learn from.
Let's talk, unfortunately, about some injuries here. I'm going to throw them all at you guys just quickly. Pistons guard Jaden Ivey out 4 weeks at least with a knee. Kings big man Domantas Sabonis, he's out a week with a hamstring injury. The Grizzlies Scottie Pippen Jr. out 12 weeks, so 3 months here with a toe injury. Bulls big man Zach Collins out 4 weeks due to a wrist injury, and then the Nets Haywood Highsmith out at least 8 weeks with a knee injury. Of all of those, TK, which injury concerns you the most?
Well, it's October, so I think it's a bad omen that Domantas Sabonis and Scottie Pippen Jr. are both hurt. For teams that are already piling up the injuries, the Kings obviously had Keegan Murray go out with an injury earlier in the preseason, and there's just so many guys banged up for the Grizzlies right now. But at least they got Ty Jerome to back him up. I don't know what the Kings are going to do, but at least it's a short one for Sabonis. I guess he missed about 2 weeks last season with a pretty similar hamstring strain. So as long as he's able to get back on the court, maybe they can continue their play and pushes. But realistically for me, it is Jaden Ivey, just because the Pistons need somebody. I went and looked up their clutch statistics from last year. Their usage percentage for players that played 20 or more games, Cade at 36%. No surprise. The guy does everything for the Pistons. That was 10th best in the league. Their next 4 players were Dennis Schroeder. He's gone. Asar Thompson. Okay, he can take a step forward. Malik Beasley. He's gone. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's gone.
Yeah.
4 of their top 5 clutch guys are out of here, and they're expecting Ivy to be a guy who handles some possessions, takes some of the load off of Cade Cunningham in these fourth quarters, gives them somebody else who can make a play. I also think it's a little concerning that coming into the draft, Jaden Ivey was known as a speed guy. Like, that was his biggest NBA skill. We'll see if we can figure out the rest of the things from there. So far, he's had a broken left leg, and now he's had a scoped right knee. Furthermore, he's not necessarily coming back in 4 weeks. He's being reevaluated in 4 weeks. So it just kind of puts the Pistons behind the 8 ball, trying to build chemistry with Cade and Ivy both on the court, making things happen in these fourth quarters. So that's a bummer to me, to see Ivy go down with an injury when we're hoping to see the Pistons' alleged backcourt of the future actually get to play together.
Totally. Along with Asar Thompson, who's going to take a step up, you just want reps for these guys in the first month of the season. Jaden Ivey could have signed a contract extension, as we talked about before the 6 p.m. Deadline. That ain't going to happen. Along with Jalen Durant, I don't think that's going to happen for either of them. It would just be nice to have them playing together. So I think that is the scariest one. The scariest one for me personally, I felt like a bit of an a-hole seeing Scottie Pippen out for 12 weeks and thinking, oh, that's going to hurt my over pick for the Memphis Grizzlies, and they're 39 and a half because Pippen is key to that team. John Morant dealing with an injury. Scottie Pippen had a great frickin' season, his best season, where he was coming into last year as a two-way player, and then they signed him for that full guaranteed contract for that. Last year, he played 79 games. Now he's out 3 months. That is a significant amount of time for this over-under of 39 and a half for this Memphis Grizzlies team that is just raged by injuries. So very, very unfortunate on that side.
Yeah, the Sabonis is obviously the biggest name from the 5 I threw at you, but he's also, in theory, going to miss the least amount of time. If it's just a week, he's going to miss a handful of games. You know, you don't love to hear a hamstring injury for a big guy, and for a team, like you said, TK, like, they're already, like, starting this year off on a bad note with the Keegan Murray injury. Now it's Sabonis. It's like, oh, boy, here we go.
It's the week of Dennis Schroeder. I mean, he is good. He's ready to be given the ball, make every play for that team.
Wow.
Who else?
Hey, put Dennis Schroeder in your fantasy basketball lineup. Is that what you're saying?
That's
for
a
the
great
first
call.
week? Hey, maybe you'll surprise some people.
Who else is making plays? Sabonis is the playmaker on that team, so I think there is going to be a lot of responsibility on Dennis Schroeder for this first week.
Well, we're basically wrapped up the preseason here. We got real basketball tomorrow night. It's one more sleep, and then we have real games. But did you have any final preseason takeaways before we get to the real things here, TK?
We underrated Dylan Harper during the Rookie of the Year portion of our award show. He'd only played 1 game at the time, so, you know, we didn't have a lot of things to judge it on, but he's looked great in the 2 games after. FanDuel says he's plus 1,300 to win Rookie of the Year. Probably pretty unlikely. I mean, it's still Cooper's award to lose, you would think, but it definitely looks like Harper is going to contribute this year, probably in a 6th-man role. It's just the preseason, but he shot 57% from the field, had a 5-to-1 turnover to assist ratio. He just looks really composed, handling the ball out there. I'm sure it's because he's playing for the Spurs and because he's left-handed, but definite Manu vibes. The way he is poised inside the lane, the way he splits pick and rolls. They're letting him play in pick and roll a ton, which is going to be awesome for the Spurs going forward. He didn't make an above-the-break three-pointer at all during the preseason. Shot 33% from 3 in college. He's definitely got a funky mechanics on his jumper. It looks like a 2-piece there. Also only 67% at the line, 75% at college. That's going to be an area of growth, definitely, for Dylan Harper. But I like what I see from him, and you can see why he ended up going number 2.
Yeah, it's a good call. He has looked fantastic, but Cooper's going to win it. At the same time, will make some headlines for how good he plays. And hopefully there's enough spacers on that floor in San Antonio to let him cook in the mid-range. One guy that we overlooked as well, that I've never overlooked before, Gabe Vincent.
Oh, I'm so happy you brought him up.
The guy is cooking.
He's starting too.
He's
Confirmed.
starting. He's starting beside Luka Doncic. I mean, he can make his own threes. I didn't know that was in his bag. To be able to create his own threes, you want to talk percentages. 15 of 27 from 3 in the preseason. Literally creating his own threes. Luka on the bench watching him just surprised. Who is that guy? What is he doing out there? He was taken aback by what Gabe Vincent was doing out there. Their home opener against the Golden State Warriors. On that side, Al Horford not starting. Unless I'm mistaken that Steve Kerr has basically said he's coming off the bench. They're saving him. Basically, and he's saving
games.
He'll end games. He'll be the guy dishing to Curry, making things happen at the end of games. So that's something to watch just because they're old.
So who's the starting lineup then? It's obviously Curry, it's Jimmy, it's Draymond.
Yeah, as long as Jimmy,
Pods.
as long as Jimmy is healthy.
And then who's
he's still questionable, but Pods likely, but they've only really announced the 3 guys.
Yeah. So who do you think it will be?
At the big, probably Trace Jackson Davis, I guess.
Okay. There was people saying it's possible Kuminga starts, which is hilarious to have out there with Jimmy and Draymond in terms of maybe stretching the floor a little bit. But I heard rumors that he might start. What do you think, TK? Do you think it could be TJD?
They need size.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's kind of got to be Trace Jackson Davis, but that's no shooting on the court. If it's him, Draymond, and Jimmy, I mean, not super different than Kuminga. That guy can't really shoot it from outside either. It's like maybe Moses Moody is the best fit there, and you keep Pods off the bench to sort of handle things, but that's a tiny lineup. So
it could be QP, Quentin Post, I guess.
I think in the long run, Steve Kerr is going to come around to starting Al Horford.
Yeah.
Is what it's going to be.
Because he's freaking Al Horford. But yeah, they're just preserving those knees.
Right. And he at this point of his career doesn't even play in back-to-backs, right? He didn't last year, if I remember correctly.
Probably not. He only played 60 games.
Yeah. So, you know he's missing how many back-to-backs teams have, 10 to 13 or something like that. That's basically a given that he won't be playing, but
a few more in that.
Yeah, we'll see. Also, if we're talking starters or guys in the lineup that maybe shocked me, we do know that VJ Edgecombe is going to start for the 76ers. Nick Nurse said as much. So that's fun. I mean, now that's because of injuries to some of their guys as well, but he's looked great in preseason when we were talking about the Rookie of the Year race. And for the first time in nearly 8 months, Joel Embiid played in a basketball game for the Philadelphia 76ers. He had 14 points, 7 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals, 4 turnovers in limited time. It was less than 20 minutes. I thought he looked pretty good. Like, he looked lean. He looked like he was moving well. He wasn't laboring. I think the big damn knee brace was gone as well.
Yep.
So that's a good sign. I mean, I'm jinxing it. I get it and all that, but that's good. It's nice to see him, is my point.
When he's on the court, he's good.
He's a monster.
Yeah, Joel Embiid is good. I mean, he was not himself last year, coming off the Olympics and knee problems. He just didn't ever look like himself, and he kind of didn't look like himself, I didn't think, during the preseason. The dude's passing the ball all the time. He's trying to be Jokic out there with the way he's getting the ball up the court as fast as possible, but that should be something Joel Embiid embraces going forward with the 76ers. They've got so many fast guards. Yeah. It's just him and Paul George that are slow, so get it up and let them go do some stuff. You can catch up later and score from the mid-post. It'll be like Kareem and Magic, Magic is running the fast breaks. Kareem comes down, shoots a sky hook. Embrace it, buddy.
Okay. I had a question for you guys, though, now that the preseason is over. If you had to give me the top 3, let's say, preseason hype leaders, who would be on your short list? And I can get you started. I have 3 names I think that would be on most people's list. TK's going to love the first name.
Yep.
Matas Buzelis. I think it's number 1 with a bullet right now. Looked awesome. People are pumped. Bulls fans and even non-Bulls fans like, oh, yeah. This guy's got potential to really turn into something. So Buzelis would be there for preseason hype. Bryce Sensabaugh with the Jazz.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He's been a bucket.
He's been a bucket.
Yep.
And I went with Khalil Ware, who I've talked about before. He's been coming off the bench, but putting up monster numbers, getting double-doubles left and right here. Is there anyone I'm missing in, I'm trying to, obviously not an all-star, not an all-NBA player, somebody that's like shocking maybe preseason.
Oh, further down. Okay, I was gonna say Brandon Ingram. Like I've seen Raptor fans like we haven't seen a guy be able to make a mid-range jumper in 6 years.
Since DeRozan, Kawhi, I guess.
Yeah, literally feels like the second coming of Kawhi. This guy coming to the Raptors. So I think
that's a good one.
He would definitely be up there. I saw some people talking up Rob Dillingham over the weekend, calling him Dilly. Dilly, I say, and look, all of his baskets look cool.
Right.
I'll say that. We'll see what he's able to do. Boozel is hilarious, though. How many assists do you think he had all preseason? 6 games.
Oh boy.
6.
No, less.
3.
Oh, wow.
Who cares? Dunk it every time.
Anyone else?
You'll give it to him. Listen, the Ingram hype train, exciting stuff. He looked fantastic. I was a surprise. His teammate Scotty Ingram loves
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Ingram.
That'd be a perfect player.
Both
Scotty
combined.
Barnes plus Brandon Ingram.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what the hope is. I mean, them two on the floor they're supposed to merge.
Scotty Barnes had a nice bounce back game in his last game.
He did.
He was awesome.
He
Don't
did.
worry about it. He's fine.
Oh yeah, and he loves Hamilton, the musical Hamilton. He's seen it 5 or 6 times. No joke.
You're talking Scotty or Brandon?
Scotty.
Scotty.
Has seen the musical Hamilton. He loves it.
Okay.
JD, you gotta listen to him describe the soundtrack, the score. Man, it was incredible.
Fascinating.
Yeah, his interview. You gotta listen to that. It's wild. That hype train, as well as the Young Hansen hype train in
good one.
Portland.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
I got
huge.
bought in. I got bought in watching some of them. Him handling from the mid-range, being able to hold his body and do whatever he wanted with his body. He looked great for a giant. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's pretty early.
I saw a play where he was up top, he dribbled, he spun, and he laid it in, and people went absolutely ballistic.
Oh, but did you see
And
the
it's
part at
impressive
the
for
end?
a guy his size, for sure.
That part at the end where he was able to divert the shot blocker underneath.
Yeah,
I mean,
look, he's got touch, he's got skill, no doubt. But it did make me. I brought it up because I watched like a 30-minute compilation of the best plays from preseason over the weekend while I was eating breakfast. Just chucked it on, and that was in there, and I was like, and there were like furphy dunks and like massive posters. Jackson Hayes had a massive dunk. There was all these dunks, of course, and crazy shots, and then there was like a spinning a play that I can actually do on a Wednesday or a Thursday night at our hoops run. But anyway,
He's been working with
awesome.
Tiago Splitter, I heard.
why are you such a Tiago Splitter hater?
I just think it's a hilarious guy to pitch for Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah. Well, the assistants will be working with him.
Yeah, that's right.
No one loves an
signed
assistant
3
more than task
Well,
box,
that's
I think.
important.
I know.
Rank
Why-
'em.
They rank
Yeah,
them
top
all.
5 current assistants.
Well, last year we ranked which assistants, similar to what's going on with what happened in Boston with the coaches versus the media. We ranked the best assistant coaches as ballers.
Right, squads, yeah.
Yeah, just as, who was the number 1? Was it Sacramento? Anyway.
I don't remember.
it was a brief talk. We didn't go deep.
Don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
you want to do it tomorrow? We got 20 minutes to fill tomorrow. Right? There are no games tonight.
Well, Portland's the best. Tiago Splitter,
Portland's
kicking
the
ass.
best. Okay, I got one more question for you guys before we eventually get to the new game, who they work for. What's one NBA season prediction that you would like to take back? A prediction mulligan, so to speak. We made a lot, right? The over-unders for all the teams, awards, we answered burning questions. Is there anything, Tass, like after doing it, like you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to switch. I want to switch that.
In the Western Conference, I went heavy on the overs. So I started looking at a bunch of the overs in general. The Houston one, where it seems like they should be an over at 52.5. I picked the under, considering what they are, who they were last year. It's a bit surprising to me that I picked the under, because you just look at the talent. But will there be guys that can finish at the rim enough on this team as ball handlers? So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's my regret.
You did have a lot of overs. I was just checking too. I was like, I didn't notice it in the time, but I think you had 10 of the 15 teams as over. Which
yeah,
is
they're going to
high.
smack the Eastern Conference in games. That's why they get
That
the
is
over.
true.
It should. They should.
Wins to be had.
And I went hard on the Pelicans over. We didn't mention Kevon Looney's injury. I know it's Kevon Looney, and he's not a big factor on that team, but he's out for 2 or 3 weeks. Just being out there and making sure they're doing the right things. He's a high IQ player. He's going to help everybody get into their system. but really comes down to Zion Williamson running this team. So I don't regret the over of, I think it's a 32.5.
It was 31.5. I think.
was it?
Yeah, it was low for the Pels. So
31.5. Yeah. You
Hopefully
both locked it.
Yeah, I locked it. Feels right. Zion feels like he is here to kick ass this season. But the Rockets is odd.
Okay.
I feel like it can go either way, but they just have so much freaking talent.
What about you, Trey?
Mine is also a lock regret. Locking the Kings over is the dumbest thing anybody's ever done. I locked the Kings over for this season. At the end of the segment, I said, all three of us took the over. What's the worst that could happen? And then their two tallest rotation players got hurt. They're going to be starting Drew Eubanks to start the season.
Hell yeah.
And it was like when Keegan Murray went down, it was like, maybe the Kings should start Drew Eubanks. And then Sabonis went down, and it's like, the Kings have to start Drew Eubanks. So I'm on kingsherald.com reading some stuff about Domantas Sabonis, and people are like, wait a second. Drew Eubanks isn't trash. I've been there. I've thought Drew Eubanks isn't trash once upon a time. So yeah, definitely regret that one, even though it is such a low number for the Kings, 34.5. Zach LaVine has looked incredible during the preseason.
Please trade me.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of there. Come back to Chicago, maybe. Maybe he ends up in Utah. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely regret optimism for the Kings.
Yeah,
that's fair.
As you always should. We've learned this. I mean, I say that we've learned that lesson, but we haven't really. I haven't. I've been a Kings supporter for a while now, and they always disappoint. I had that in my notes too. I forgot you locked it. I didn't lock the Kings over, but I had the over at 34.5, and off to a rough start. I would change that one, and I think I would change the one under I took in the West. I took the Warriors under 46.5. I think they're hitting the over. I don't know. I love the vibe. I mean, they got the Kuminga thing settled, and then we'll get to the trade deadline and see how that plays out. But I don't know. The Jimmy Butler factor, Jimmy Butler in a good mood, it matters. And all I see is him joking around with Buddy Hield.
They're a great comedy duo.
They are a hilarious comedy duo. Steph is Steph. Obviously, Draymond Green's going to hold down the defense. You got some young guys like Pods had a roller coaster of a year, right? He's like bad at times, really good at times. And some of these other guys, I think I would flip that one if I had to. So I'll take the Kings. I'll flip the Kings and I'll go under, and I'll flip the Warriors and go over if I had to.
Another one I would do is, we did our tiers together, and we ended up putting the Clippers and the Lakers in the playoff locks tier 3 category. For me, they would be tier 2. I think both of those teams, depending on how things break once it comes playoff time, like I think both the Lakers and the Clippers have really high ceilings for depending on matchups and how things transpire. But I like both those teams maybe a little bit more than you guys do.
Yeah, I think I can't believe I'm saying this. I have more confidence in the Clippers in the regular season than I do in the Lakers.
Quite deep.
Yeah, I've been throwing out my concern for the Lakers defense for a while here. But hey, Gabe Vincent's starting, so they're good.
Good.
They're good, man.
Good, Gabe.
So what they're starting Gabe Vincent, Luka, Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. Mm-hmm. I can see why the defense is going to be. To begin the season. Yeah. I get why I'm worried about the defense. But
then they got a smart Vanderbilt and Jake LaRavia coming off the bench. Those guys can play D, but they can't shoot, and that's the problem. But those guys can play great D. And I think JJ Redick is going to have them working. But one of these Western Conference teams, you throw in the Lakers, you throw in the Clippers, one of these Western Conference teams is going to disappoint, break a heart.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to lose.
Yeah.
Even though they do play 30 games against the other conference. So that's why a lot of the over-under numbers on FanDuel were higher on the Western Conference teams. They totaled, I think it was 615, while the other side totaled like 595-ish on the Eastern Conference side. Because they do play each other. So you get some extra wins. But again, the Western Conference is just so deep. So the Kings make sense that they drop off. They may roll out a teeny tiny team at times. I mean, they're going to be one of the smallest 5-man units because I don't know how much you can rely on Drew Eubanks. I don't know how much the kingsherald.com talked about Isaac Jones, another big that they're going to play.
That's a wide guy.
Wide man.
Yeah.
Maxime Reynaud, great name. Whether or not he's going to play as a rook, old Dario Saric, who couldn't play last year, for anybody. So here we are with the Sacramento Kings. Are they going to disappoint?
We'll find out.
it could be.
We actually get to find out soon. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, though, who they work for. But first, quick ad break.
Peloton is shaping the future of fitness with the brand new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. The new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus is Peloton's most elevated equipment, with real-time guidance and endless ways to move, alone or with your favorite instructors. It's cross-training reimagined with features designed to make your workout more personal. Speaking of personal, 2 important things I've learned in the couple years I've been doing Peloton. Number 1, the hardest part is starting the video. You hear this from a few of their trainers, and they're completely right. Getting the motivation to get going, that's the tough stuff.
Yep.
Once you press play, just throwing the weights around, just pumping your legs. You're just breathing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just breathing.
Yeah. It's true. You're just breathing.
Don't forget to breathe. That's the end of every Aditi yoga session. Don't forget to breathe is the song she plays.
Good tip. It's a good tip.
Very important. Another one that I love, hot people drink water. That's a Rebecca Kennedy saying.
They got lines.
That's good. That's just good wordplay. Because when you're hot, hey, take a sip, but also, hey, you're working out.
Man.
You're pumping. You're hot now. Peloton IQ plans your workouts, tracks your progress, corrects your form, and offers insights and guidance that help you unlock new breakthroughs. While the swivel screen offers endless ways to train and level up, you can go from running on the Tread Plus to strength training or yoga off it with one smooth spin. Peloton is built for breakthroughs. Let yourself run, lift, sculpt, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
If you're just joining us on YouTube right now and you're in the stream team, take a second, hit the like button. Don't do it for me, do it for NBA Jersey Day, okay? Hit the like button for jerseys.
Make that heart.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make that heart.
Or do the heart. Yes. Oh, yes. Trey's gotten better at it. Nice.
Practiced all weekend.
Just looking in the mirror doing it. All right, but now it's time to play Who They Work For. A brand new game that we caught up.
Yeah. Started as a joke in a show on Friday, turned into a full-on segment because for the first time in 3 decades, the NBA has new broadcast partners. Turner Sports, you're out of here. In comes our old friend NBC and their new streaming service, Peacock. And a welcome to our new friend, Amazon Prime. New partners, new schedule. Going to be confusing to figure out which games are on which network to start the season, but maybe even more confusing is figuring out which commentators are going to be working for which network.
Oh boy.
So we're playing Who They Work For. I'll give each of you a different commentator, and you tell me who they work for. NBC, Amazon, and there's some ESPNers thrown in here because they're still in the mix.
Okay.
Don't forget about ESPN/ABC, the Disney family of networks. That's right. Please don't forget about them.
So NBC/Peacock, Amazon, obviously Prime, and then ESPN.
Yeah.
Slash, I guess, ABC.
Amazon Prime, you need a slash. Call Cordell Stewart, you need a slash. All right. Skeetsy boy, we're starting with you.
All right.
It's a guy we're familiar with, Reggie Miller.
Okay.
Our former colleague at Turner Sports.
Right.
He has been hired.
Okay.
Anything you can do, he can do better.
Oh, yeah.
But can you name who he worked for?
Okay, I think I can with this one. I honestly think I can. Because, and only because I saw a video of Reggie with our guy, Kenny Beecham, who I know is with NBC/Peacock, numbers on the board, small ball, all that. So I saw a video of Reggie and Kenny, so put me down for NBC. Hey!
That's right.
Okay, good.
Nice one. I like how you used detective work there.
I did.
It's really good.
Yeah, I thought there could have been some cross-platform collaborating there. Maybe you were wrong, but no. Well done.
All right, Tass, you're up. Your first candidate is Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade.
Called Olympics for NBC.
That's right. Yes. Him and Noah Eagle. What a combo.
What a combo.
Yeah, he did.
The son of Iron Eagle. So I gotta go NBC. I think he is an NBC hire. Could I be wrong? Maybe.
Oh! Whoa. Sorry.
He was
know his
with
name, son.
NBC for sure.
Yeah.
I know. What a steal.
This is why we're playing the game.
Amazon Prime.
Got him.
Yeah,
What a
you would
yank.
think NBC. He was the Olympics guy. He was great.
Right.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Prime
Bezos.
just came in, exactly, threw
Bezos
a bag
mode.
at him.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
And I wonder if he will be working for the Olympics in
In
the future.
28, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
That's-
you can do both.
we're less than
we
a
all do both in the media now.
We're less than 1,000 days away from the LA Olympics.
I've been thinking about that.
Okay.
Less than 1,000 days away.
Are they bringing back break-in for the Olympics?
No, I think it was a one and done.
It was so good.
We're getting. It was good.
It was awesome, man. Too bad.
Yeah, Phil Wizard, our guy,
Phil
bringing home a gold medal for Canada. That was awesome.
Don't worry. If you dig far enough in the stream world, you can find some live breaking, like some live breaking
Oh,
competitions
dude,
they're just as good as the Olympics. No offense to the Olympics,
they
but
might
yeah.
be. They're way better, actually.
They're really good,
I've
yeah.
told you guys before. I fall down rabbit holes on Instagram all the time with like Red Bull dancing competitions,
Oh yeah,
like breaking competition.
that's the channel. They have a channel.
If it gets me on one, I go like for not like 30
good.
minutes. I'm watching these things.
They're good.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
You ever pick up any moves?
Potluck.
Yeah, nicely done.
Not really.
In another world, your nom de plume could have been Phil Wizard. Who he worked for.
Imagine I covered the Wizards.
Maybe, hey, who knows? Maybe next year on Amazon Prime, Phil Wizard.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, J.E. Skeets, here is your next commentator, Michael Malone, former Denver Nuggets head coach until very late in the season last year. Who he worked for.
Didn't realize we'd be going. Yeah, non-players. Yeah,
You never know.
there's a lot to pick
You
from.
never know.
Complete guess. I have no clue. I'm gonna guess it's not Prime because we just had it.
Okay.
So I will go. I'm trying to picture where we saw him.
Right.
I'm
That's where
gonna
I
go
would
ESPN. Was he at ESPN?
Nicely done.
Yeah, that's a
Michael
guess,
Malone is an
but-
ESPNer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
he showed up on like NBA Countdown
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Remember, he got in a little bit of hot water for saying SGA was the MVP last year, or at least had played like an MVP, and then he had to come out and like clarify, no, I think Jokic should have been MVP. Nonsense stuff. Michael Malone, he's an ESPN guy.
Michael Malone. Never call me Mike. Yep.
Yeah, which is odd now that he works in the media. Don't call me Mike. Like a microphone.
Good.
Microphone.
Took me
Malone.
1 second. I thought you were making a Jordan joke somehow, but yeah, I got it. I got there.
We got some great players coming through here. Vince Carter, Tass, is your
Ooh.
next
Oh, he loves Vince
commentator
Carter.
to talk about.
You have his autograph.
You do indeed have his autograph.
Sure, yes.
He's got
yes.
one of our shirts.
He does.
Vince Carter, who he worked
does.
for.
Yes. I was at a charity and I bought an autograph. It wasn't Vince's.
Yeah.
Thought it was. Vince has been doing these videos walking in to the studio of NBC with his cousin Tracy McGrady, who's also on these broadcasts, saying, "Whoa, this is a nice studio that we're going to be working in. So it's got to be NBC."
That's right.
Well done.
Nicely done.
Well done.
He'll be at 30 Rock.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
That's
what
what we're learning here is social
Maybe.
media is helping us get some of these right.
If you've been paying attention and can remember, you're going to do well on this, because when I went through, like, pulled all these and looked at the names, I had to go back and check so many different times just to be like, is this actually right? Is this confirmed? And I think these are all correct. The only two I know for sure are Kenny Beecham and Steve Nash. Those are the only two I'm 100% sure.
I was gonna say, is there any like trick questions in here to go back what you were like alluding to? Like, is there anybody working for multiple?
Well, how can I tell you that this early in the game?
Okay, I was just
how can I
wondering.
tell you that
All
right now?
I'm just wondering.
All right, Iron Eagle.
Bird.
Yeah, the Birdman. Birdman. Our most likely chance of somebody to say wedgie on a national broadcast this year. Who he worked for? Iron Eagle.
Well, okay. Eagle. Who was Eagle paired with? Was he not paired with Reggie? Did they keep him together? Is he gone?
They did announce who his partner was, but I didn't write it down.
Okay, who's Eagle? Okay, well, not sure it would have helped me.
Yeah.
I have no idea here. He's one of the best. So maybe I go Bezos money with this, and I go Prime. I go
Prime time.
Is that right? Yeah.
Iron Eagle's a primer.
Hey, that makes sense. He's the best. He might be the best. I love him.
Yeah, me too. Noah Eagle, though. NBC?
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Going head to head. You're not getting that as a question. by
Okay,
the way.
good, good.
Good. He doesn't want to be the same as his dad. He wants to be his own man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
His own bird.
He wants to leave the nest.
Do you think Iron Eagle chews his food and spits it in Noah's mouth?
Great, really good question.
Thank you.
Not anymore, but when he was young.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, duh. Look, this is called who they work for, not who he worked for. So Candace Parker, former Turner employee as well. One of the all-time great women's basketball players. One of the all-time great basketball players, period.
Now, I have seen a video of her along with a lot of NBA stars on Amazon, promoting Amazon. So it's gotta be Amazon.
She is Amazon.
Well done.
Prime.
She was just at the Dodgers game. She saw the Ohtani game. Maybe the greatest
Quite the
game ever
game.
played by her individual performance with the 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts.
She was broadcasting baseball?
Nope. She was there with her partner, I believe, maybe even her kid, and they had her mic'd up. I don't think she's a baseball fan, so it was one of those like, you send an athlete to a sport they're not familiar with, and they're like asking questions or whatever.
See, everybody's working for everything.
Everybody's working for everything.
Yeah.
That's right.
The sequel to Everybody's Working for the Weekend. In today's day and age, everybody is working for everything. At all times.
There was a reason for me bringing that up. That game, what was the Dodgers on? Was that on Fox? No, that's the Jays. So what's the other one? What was the other one being aired on?
Turner? Is it Turner?
Oh, it was Turner.
TBS probably.
Yeah. Because Jays Mariners is on Fox. Mm-hmm. The other one was on Turner. You're right, Trey. So they had Candace there. But maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe it was social media for a whole other thing. Maybe it was Prime for all I know.
Right.
Anyway, cool story, bro. You got it right.
Anyway, it was a great game. Shohei had 3 homers and he pitched. Pretty good.
Not only did he pitch, you can't just say that.
Yeah, you're right.
10 strikeouts. That's rare in of itself in a playoff game.
That's true. That's true.
Nuts. I didn't want you to downplay his achievement. Mm-hmm. He made a lot of money on that game. Oh, okay.
He's the GOAT. He might be the GOAT. This guy's the GROAT. Kyle Lowry.
Nice.
Perfectly jerseyed up today, J.E. Skeets. Who is Kyle Lowry working for?
I think I saw, again, this was on Twitter, I saw this, a screen grab, because I commented on it, and it had, like, his accolades. This is funny, because he's still playing. He is on the Sixers, is he not?
He is currently on the Sixers,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably won't be doing a whole lot. Maybe take the odd charge. I think it's Prime I saw, though, so I'm going to go with Prime.
He's a Prime boy.
Yeah!
That's right.
I reshared that, so that helped me out there.
Nice.
Lowry. How often is he going to be on?
It's a great question. Is he like coming to you live from the locker room?
Well, no, it's funny you say
He's an
that.
analyst,
Somebody
right?
announced, which one of these NBC, or was it Prime or Peacock, whoever, blah, blah, blah. Somebody said they're going to have like people on the bench, like
Yeah, like
during
behind
games.
the.
Yeah.
I don't remember which it
Who
was.
was that?
Like hanging out behind and getting the insights.
yeah.
Cool.
Maybe Groat will be involved somehow.
It must be Amazon because I think they were
think it
likening
is
it to
too.
the way they do their football broadcasts.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that makes
Right.
sense.
All right.
All right. This guy's also the GOAT. Michael Jordan. He's literally
Michael
doing
Jordan.
media. Michael Jordan is back.
Doing
Who
media.
he work for?
Doing media as a
We don't know,
sort of
do
a
we?
consultant thing.
Okay, so I can't.
Okay,
I can't reveal it right now. I can't reveal it
I
right now.
think sort of like I tied Dwayne Wade to NBC. I'm tying Michael Jordan to NBC, being that his games used to be on NBC. I feel like there's a relationship there, and it's all about relationships with Michael Jordan. If you're gonna get him, so I'm going NBC.
100% right.
Yeah.
Well done. The Bulls were stars of the NBC era in the NBA.
I was going to say,
Right.
when you think of NBC back in the 90s, who do you think of? You think of Michael Jordan, you'd maybe think of Bob Costas.
Yep. John Tesh,
Yeah.
of course.
Ahmad Rashad.
Uh-huh.
Especially because we were kids, with inside stuff.
They have Bill Walton and Snapper Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I loved those two when I was a kid.
Totally.
All right.
Don't hear about a guy named Snapper all that often
No.
these days. But shout out to Steve Jones Jr. on Twitter, who he worked for, Yahoo, apparently. But they did like a little tiny preview of what Michael Jordan is going to be doing on Sunday Night Football last night. It was called Insights to Excellence. It was an interview with Mike Tirico talking with Jordan, just sitting back and forth. And Chris Collinsworth went on, I think, Kay Adams' show and said that it was going to be a deep dive into the brain of Michael Jordan.
Okay. So it's going to be all produced things. There's nothing like
it
live.
Sounds like it, yeah. But Collinsworth was making it sound quite detailed, which maybe means it's along the lines of Details, the Kobe Bryant series from ESPN. It didn't look quite the same of like he's going to be breaking down plays, but maybe just talking about what it takes to be an absolute psycho.
Well, that's
NBA and
you know, it'd be
dominate.
so
Yeah, I don't
funny.
know.
What they actually should do, like, remember the Kobe details, like
Yep.
you said, that was all like X's and O's and angles and all this. But Jordan should just be commenting like, that guy sucks. I'm better than him. I would have done it better than that. Nah, he's horrible.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of tack he takes going forward, because he could say he's always a lot better than a lot of the players, you know? But maybe he also wants to be like the chill guy. Because I think that would be a surprise to people if Jordan comes out as a big supporter of the next generation of basketball players.
I think you're right. Okay.
All right, a couple of more left here. One more for each of you. Brian Scalabrine, who he worked for, Skeets?
I thought he worked for the Celtics. Wait, no, then he was. No, then
Everybody works for everything.
everybody works for everything. Been pretty lucky with my guesses so far. I have no clue. I'll go NBC, but I got no read on this one.
Well done.
Oh
NBC.
man, I'm pulling these out of my ass, man.
Isn't I think Boston had like an NBC sports network.
They do.
Yeah.
As
They
their
do.
local broadcast network, right? So
There's
perfect
some
to slide over
synergy
there.
there.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. And now do we know if he's on, is he on the call? Is he in the studio?
I think he's a studio.
Okay.
Because I think at least in the first 2 weeks he didn't have an assignment. So see you in the studio, Scal.
Okay.
He's recording part 2 to Scal Says, I heard. Actually.
Oh, nice. The rap. Because I know Prime, they keep telling us like some of these guys are on the desk, but then they're in the studio, but then they're also going to be on games. Like there's a rotating thing, like potentially Nash and Blake Griffin and Dirk, I guess. And stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, final one. Tass Mellis. Michael Grady.
Oh, Grady.
Who he work for?
Fantastic voice, fantastic play-by-play caller, done multiple teams. I think he's going to be assigned to Amazon Prime, if I am correct. Give me an Amazon.
Can't lose with this one.
Yeah.
He is NBC Prime.
Multiple.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Great.
Grady's on both?
And he's probably still doing Timberwolves locally, right?
Everyone is working for everything.
Okay, now I believe you.
Yeah.
Now I believe you.
Wow, I didn't see the NBC turn right there.
This guy's, he's working every night.
He's
Does
working
he have
every
a
night.
family?
Beats me.
Well,
Maybe they're basketball fans.
I
some of
love
these-
Michael Grady, so I'm happy
He's
to
good.
hear
He
more
is
Michael
great.
Grady.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got to be doing. Is he doing 80 games with Jim Peterson for the Minnesota Timberwolves? I wouldn't be surprised.
Jesus.
They're busy.
And then
They're
all
busy
these?
people.
Yeah, man.
You know, we talked about Ian Eagle. He's doing football for CBS.
Yeah.
He ain't getting off that.
That's right.
No, man, get the bag, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Who they work for? That's a lot of fun.
I mean, we could probably do a whole second
there are
set of 10.
so
There's a
many
lot more hires that happen too, but I'm like, this is cool. Like, Jordan's my favorite player ever. Candace Parker is my favorite women's basketball player ever. Dwayne Wade is my favorite player probably since Michael Jordan. We got Kyle Lowry. We got Steve Nash. We got Vince Carter.
Dirk.
Like guys that have meant a lot to us throughout our NBA watching. Now they're going to be talking about basketball.
It is
In
going
our
to make
ears,
like
in our
the
eyes.
first couple weeks even more fun. Like obviously we have basketball to talk about, but we're going to be talking a lot about the production and like, oh, what did you think of the score bug or how this team did this and the studio and what they did. And like, hopefully there's like obviously differences in what they're trying. Like we're going to be breaking that all down too here on No Dunks, I assume, for the first couple weeks till we get a little more comfortable. What's working, what's not. You know?
We'll be tuning into pre-games. Because a lot of
probably
these
right.
former players will be just in studio, but also at halftime. And so you want to see them as much as possible.
Then we literally have Inside the NBA are going to be on ESPN.
Yeah.
Now, not many times. It's like 4 times over the next like couple months. They don't have a heavy workload. They're the opposite of Michael Grady.
Yeah, when they were TNT, Chuck was always saying, "Oh, I'd never work for ESPN. They work their guys too hard."
Yeah.
But he figured out a way to do it.
Good for him.
I imagine that's a lot of the contracts for the former NBA players, right? Blake, Dirk, Nash. They ain't in the studio 3-4 times a week. Got to keep it fresh.
No, but I'm talking inside. Did you see, like, inside is scheduled to only be on, like, 4, I'm not even exaggerating, like 4 times from the start of the season until, like, I don't know when. It's like
January,
months.
maybe?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
January.
at least through Christmas,
Like,
I think.
they barely have to work.
Yeah, the NFL owns this country, unfortunately, because that's what happens in January.
Well,
They're
yeah,
on way
they
more.
open it up more. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But it's sort of just
Yeah,
weird.
it is odd.
Weird.
It is odd.
Like, we're going to see them opening week. We'll see them on Christmas and maybe once or twice more until we get into, like, stuff opens up when football goes away. Or at least.
Yeah, and then the whole schedule, the programming schedule changes too. You think you know where games are on now. Well, it changes.
It gets even crazier.
Don't worry, we'll help you out.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Great game, TK. Fun stuff. JD, awesome production on
looked
that.
awesome.
Hey, reason to maybe join our Substack. Had a little tease for that brand new game up on the weekend, trying to share more behind the scenes things and stuff like that. Again, link in the show notes if you want to join our Substack. $5 a month, $50 for the year. And we got new merch. That link is in the show notes. Use NoDunks25 for 25% off for this week only on that new merch. And we're excited. One more sleep. We will be back tomorrow to get you ready for, I guess, tomorrow night's games. Any other news that comes. We'll maybe have an extension or two that gets locked up here before the 6 p.m. deadline.
Tari Eason come on down, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Is that's an NBC tomorrow? Opening night?
Yes, Peacock. Yeah.
First time in 30 years or something like that they're doing the ring night?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. We're hearing the Tesh
We're
tomorrow
hearing the
night.
Tesh. Yeah, they were playing it during Sunday Night Football last night a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. I think NBC Tuesday night.
NBC and Peacock, just to make sure. If you're an app watcher,
you're right.
you never know.
You're right.
That is
true.
hard to keep track of because later on, as in the second week, I think you can only get games on Mondays on Peacock. Well, you can get them on NBC on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the plan.
And then this week, at least Wednesday, ESPN, Thursday, Prime. And then I don't know what starts to happen on the Friday and the weekend.
We'll see.
We'll figure it out together, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, everyone works everywhere. I am trying to figure out whether or not Michael Grady will be doing Wolves games.
In the stream team, they said he's going to be doing like 30 Wolves games.
Okay, that
Gotcha.
makes a little more sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah, makes a little more sense.
Still keeping it real. He'll be great.
Brace the day, people.